Hey everyone, so I'm back with another plan with me. I am planning the last week of the year. Finally, we're in 2019, right guys? So this is December 24th through the 30th. My next week will be in my new planner, which I am very excited about, and I'm using this kit from CaressPress called Holly. I loved this art so much, and I knew I wanted to use it for Christmas, so that is what I am doing. So I am cutting up my washi as per usual and just placing that down. I think I cut the left side and I think the right side as well a little bit crooked, but it happens. And then I'm using the Simply Gilded white washi with silver bows, which I thought was really pretty. I kind of wanted to use like a red or a green bow, but my red was like a 4th of July, like bright red, and I don't even think I had any green with like silver, and I definitely wanted to use silver foil in this kit, so that is what I chose to kind of keep it a little bit light and neutral. So here I am just putting all of my full boxes down as well as my page flags. And I do believe, did I use overlays on my page flags? I didn't use overlays this week. But I had so many box options because I had the fashion girls as well, and I definitely wanted to use those. I was really obsessed with the fashion girl, and then the box with the girl showing like the back of her hair. I really liked that a lot as well. So I put that down, and then the overlays, like the glitter headers, and I think essentially every foil that I use is from Scribble Prints Co. because duh, I love a foil. So I'm just putting down my full boxes now, and then the full box overlays that I'm using are the I believe they're called the stroke, but it's the silver stroke like full box outline. That's like my personal favorite full box overlay. I just love them so much. So I put them on all my favorite boxes, and then I used a quote box that says the most wonderful time of the year, also in silver foil, that was on a freebie that went out with SPC. I just kind of took it, and then I was showing you that I was using my personal PR code freebie because at the time silver was going around, or I had some silver, and I wanted to use up one of the sheets that I had because I only had 2, and then I just grabbed 2 of my little freebies to put on there. So if you use Kirsten 10 at checkout with SPC and you spend over $30, you get 10% off, plus you get my freebie. I think that's the one still going out right now. Not too sure. Anyway, so I'm putting my glitter headers down, and then the glitter header overlays that I'm using are the silver stars, and I really, really like them. I wanted to use the twinkle initially, but I think the stars kind of make it look really Christmassy, and just, I really like it a lot. Like, it gives me like a snowy vibe with this kit. Very into it. So that's, I think, all my foil, and I'm just real happy with how it turned out. I'm actually just like in love. I was going to use corners on the double box, but I decided just kind of like not, and it turned out great in my opinion. So there's a little wiggle for you guys, and then I'm doing the date covers. I really like CaressPress's date covers because I don't feel like they take up a lot of space, and I'm using date squares from Scribble Prints Co. also in the silver foil, and I'm just putting those down with some tweezers. And then moving on into my sidebar always is the same. I really haven't changed it, and I don't think I'm going to change it till after I give birth because I like it so much. So I'm putting down a daily habit tracker to mark taking medicine. I'm putting down some pieces of washi and a half box to mark the size of the baby, along with a Pumpkin Paper Co. Pregnant Tara showing week 24 because I was 24 weeks this week. The baby was the size of a cantaloupe, in case you were curious. So I'm just kind of layering up some washi, and then I put down a work header as well as a weekly tracker, weekly ombre to mark my work hours, and then I had already put a full box overlay on top of the fashion girl that I planned to use, so I just placed her at the bottom, and that was my sidebar. So moving on to every day this week. This week turned out just a lot. There was a lot. So Monday was Christmas Eve, so I really wanted to mark that first. So I have these Scribble Prints Co. silver foiled in J. Crew Plans handwriting holidays. So I'm using the Christmas Eve one up at the top in the silver foil. I think I already said that. In a quarter box. I was trying to decide between using a label, like a glitter label or a fancy label, but I ultimately decided to use a quarter box because I kind of wanted to showcase it just a hair more. So you can see me kind of making a decision here. I initially went with the label, and then I was like, nah, I don't want that. So I went with the quarter box instead. And then pretty much all day Christmas Eve, I was baking holiday cookies. I was cooking sugar cookies all day. I was doing like cookie cutters and all sorts of crazy stuff because I wanted to start a new tradition with Avery where we decorated cookies the night before. I did that with my family, so I really wanted to start doing that with Avery, and I felt like she was at a really great age to start doing that. So from like the holiday bucket list sheet, there is a silver foiled bucket list item that says bake holiday cookies, and I was going to put that in a half box, but I was like, no, because the quarter box is already up there, so I'm kind of making a decision here to just kind of leave it out in the open. So I'm using the bake holiday cookies, like little quote box, and then from Fox and Cactus, I'm using the just like Christmas Girl baking cookies next to it, and I really like the way it looks. I usually do put most of the things that are already like pre-written out, like scripted, in like a quarter box or a fancy label, but I kind of like it out in the open like that. I think it looks really cute. And then also during that day I did laundry pretty much all day, so I kind of wanted to put that in as well. So I put down a really skinny piece of washi, and again, from the little like cleaning sheet from Scribble Prints Co., again in J. Crew Plan's handwriting. I said this in my last plan with me, but if I don't have to write anything, I'm not going to. I'm using the laundry time little quote. Actually, I think the majority of the spread I hardly wrote anything. Oops. So there's that. And then I also wanted to put decorating cookies, but so much happened that night. We decorated cookies. Avery opened her Christmas Eve box, which we've been doing for the past, this is the second year that we've done it. And the Christmas Eve box, she gets PJs, like Christmas PJs, and she gets a book to read, and it's always like a Christmas related book. So there was a lot to put in. So for decorating cookies, I kind of wanted to condense it, and I had this really cute sticker from Toffee Bananas that was just like a cookie decorating sheet. So I decided to go ahead and put down another piece of washi, just like with the laundry time sticker, and then I just put that on top. I felt like that signified decorating cookies, pretty well. It doesn't not signify it. So I put that down just so I would have a little bit more space, because like this day and the next day there was quite a bit. So I'm putting that down first, just in the center. And then I'm going to go ahead and put down a fancy, I say fancy half box because it's not plain, but like a patterned half box to mark that we both read and watched The Grinch. We got her The Grinch book for her Christmas Eve box, and then we decided after we read it to go ahead and watch The Grinch on Netflix, the Jim Carrey version, which is my personal fave. So I put that in, and then to mark both of those, I have this cute The Grinch emoji sheet from the Coffee Monsters Co. I'm using The Grinch because duh. And then I also wanted to mark that we watched it as well. So from Once More with Love, I have this really cute like couples cuddling like while watching a TV sort of situation. I got this last Christmas, like 2017, and I never used it, and I just really wanted to use it. So I put that in to mark that. And then the next day was Christmas Day. So I'm doing the exact same thing I did with Christmas Eve, and I'm using a red quarter box instead, and I'm just putting down the Christmas Day script as well, just because like if I don't have to write it and her handwriting is far better than mine, I'm gonna do it like that. So our Christmas Day was pretty full. I didn't know how to like condense it. There was a lot that happened, and I wanted to condense it into one thing. So I just put down the holiday first, and then the second thing that I wanted to put down is that we opened presents. I woke my family up at 7:30 in the morning because I think it was like 7:15 because I could not wait. I was just so excited for Avery. So I wanted to mark opening gifts by using the Fox and Cactus cat couple opening gifts, or gift giving one. It's neutral, and I also just really liked it, and I thought it was really cute. So I wanted to use that for opening gifts, and then I made breakfast. So from Pumpkin Paper Co., I really wanted to use these like baking stickers. I was going to originally use them for the holiday cookies, but I figured for like making breakfast, I would still use them because they're still cute and like holiday-ish, so I wanted to use those. And then the bottom is where things got a little hectic because a lot happened. So basically the rest of the day we just kind of like relaxed, and then also that night we went over to the Ravers, Andrea and Nick's, and Nick's parents were there, and Jessica was there to have dinner and to exchange gifts, and I wanted to like put it all in, and there was so much that I wanted to do. So for dinner, I decided to use one of the flat lays from Toffee Bananas because I love them and I haven't gotten to use one yet. So I used the one with like the turkey and green beans and mashed potatoes, but it's very Thanksgiving, but I still feel like it signifies like a Christmas dinner as well. So I wanted to put that down first to see how much room I had up top, because I had 2 other things I wanted to put in. So I put that down first, and then for relaxing with Avery, I put in kind of the same thing as I did on Monday. I put in a half box and then just a sticker so I wouldn't have to write anything, and I'm using the Toffee Bananas like Christmas mom sticker to mark just like being with Avery all day, because it's so cute, and again, how often am I going to be able to use it? I think it's so precious. And then also this day, actually, before we went to dinner, I wanted to take the gender reveal picture, which I posted on Thursday, but I mean, it's been a couple of months, so we all know I'm having another girl. I even talked about it in my All My Stars plan with me, but I took the picture that day because I like had makeup on and I looked decent, so I wanted to mark that as well. So I'm putting a fancy half box at the very bottom of the day on top of the washi. Like I said, this was kind of a busier day. I mean, it was Christmas Day, and I'm just using from Fox and Cactus one of the little pregnant roses, I believe, pregnant girls. She's just so cute. Hopefully you guys can see it. Hopefully I move up here in a second because it looks really, really cute. I also have noticed that I like putting them at the bottom because I feel like it's such a big thing to put. Like if something big happened, I like to put it at the bottom, but my handwriting looks god awful when I try and write at the bottom, so I need to stop doing that. Okay, moving on to Wednesday. So Wednesday, Avery went back to school. We went back to work. So I'm putting in a Pay Daycare little crayon from Planner Gems. Well, it's not a Pay Daycare crayon, but that's what I use it for. And I'm using a red one to mark that. And then I got my last Starbucks red cup this day. I really wanted to mark that because I didn't think we would go back to Starbucks until after the holiday season. So I'm using from Toffee Bananas from the Winter Chill little set, the little girl with the red cup. I thought it was cute to mark my last red cup. We also got Rudy's breakfast tacos, which are some of my favorite breakfast tacos ever. They're so easy to get. So from like the Chipotle doodles from Coffee Monsters Co., I'm using just the taco sheet because I got some breakfast tacos and they were delicious. And then we actually went to Chili's for dinner. I don't think either one of us really wanted to cook. So also from Coffee Monsters Co., I'm just using a meal doodle to mark Chili's, which is like strange. We haven't gone there in a while, and I don't know if we'll go back. I like ordering to go from Chili's. I don't like sitting in there. I don't know why. I'm weird. And then after that, basically, we went home and I watched the Food Network, laid my happy butt on the couch, and ate the rest of the cookies. I was so happy. I was in like my own space. It was great. So I'm putting a quarter box in, and I'm putting in a Pumpkin Paper Co. little Tara watching The Grinch with like milk and cookies next to her. I wasn't watching The Grinch, like I said, I was watching Food Network, but The Grinch was like the closest in colorway to the kit, so that's the one I put in. And then afterwards, I passed out. So I'm using this Paper and Milk like Winter Cozy Maru in green to mark that I literally just passed out afterwards. And that was the first half of the week. So moving on to the second half of the week, we went to Dunkin' in the morning for coffee. I've actually been really enjoying Dunkin's iced coffee. Oh, it's like my personal favorite iced coffee. I love it so much. So I'm using from Fox and Cactus the little, like, this is just like a random Christmas holiday sweater sheet, but she's holding like a cup of coffee or a cup of hot chocolate. So I'm putting that in to mark getting Dunkin'. And then we went to get pho for the first time. Me and Brian, this was our first time getting pho, but we went with Andre and Jessica. So from Grin and Barrett, I'm using this. It could be a ramen or a pho little sheet. So I'm putting that in. We went to this place called Pho Please, which is like right downtown Austin. It's right by the river. And then that night I had a pretty relaxing shower. I think it was relaxing because I was by myself. Avery wasn't in there with me, and it was wonderful. So I'm using like a happy washing hair sticker from Fox and Cactus. And then that night, that day, basically, I caught up on all my TV shows at work because I hadn't been working because, it's been the holiday season. So I went back to work and just kind of caught up on all my shows. So I'm using a half box to mark that, and I'm using this sheet from Toffee Bananas. It's like a Christmas movie sheet, but again, it matches the colors. So I'm just putting that in to mark that. And that night, me and Brian watched Bird Box on Netflix. So from Grin and Barrett, I'm using a Netflix sheet. Again, I can hardly use this sheet because it's like a bright red Netflix TV, but it fits perfectly with this kit. Did we enjoy Bird Box? I guess. But it felt very similar to A Quiet Place, so we like A Quiet Place a little bit more. But it was okay. It wasn't terrible. And then Friday was payday, so I've been doing the same thing where I use a fancy label and a payday script from Scribble Prints Co. I'm just going to go ahead and use a silver foil, of course, and put that down with tweezers. I love these paydays. They're so nice. I don't have to write it in anymore. It's wonderful. And then that day, the cat tree was delivered. There was actually like an issue. I ordered it and it got stuck. It got stuck somewhere in Texas, and I reached out. I ordered it from Chewy.com, and I reached out to them, and they were so amazing, like customer service on point. They sent it out, like no issues. They were like, oh yeah, it looks like it's stuck. They sent it out. It got here in like a day, and then they've been emailing me nonstop, like, oh, do Millie and Ray like it? Like, can we send anything else for them? And I'm like, okay, you guys are really nice. So from the Coffee Monsters Co., I'm using one of the cat lover emojis to mark that. And then that day I was actually feeling really sore, like everywhere. My hips were hurting, my legs were hurting. Obviously my belly was hurting. I'm just getting bigger and bigger, and everything is hurting at this point. So I just kind of wanted to mark feeling sore. So I'm putting a half box in because it was kind of like a major part of my day and hardly anything else happened. And then from the Coffee Monsters Co., I have these pregnancy emojis that are perfect. So I'm just using the little pregnant emoji to put that in. And then it was an early night for my family. I think we all went to bed super early. So from the Coffee Monsters Co., from the sleepy emojis, which I think are like my personal favorite sheet, I'm just using the one that's yawning. But wait, there's more. Saturday, okay, so like Friday night into Saturday, Avery was, I think she was sick. I think she had a stomach ache because she whined all night. She was up all night just like crying and whimpering, and she wouldn't tell us what's wrong. So I got no sleep. I'm putting down the weekend banner. It's foiled from SPC. I've said this before. But we got no sleep that night. It was awful. So from Once More with Love, I'm using the Munchkin that has like its eyes open, which is like from an angry sheet, but I love to use this when I'm exhausted or I didn't get any sleep. So I'm putting that down to mark no sleep. I'm then using from Oh Hello Michelle, one of the like cute kid stickers. It's like the mom or dad trying to sleep and the kid's like wide awake, because Avery, like I said, whined all night long. And I ended up waking up at 3:30 in the morning and just kind of like staying up but also being in and out of sleep. So I'm using an alarm clock icon from the kit to mark that. I hardly use any icons anymore from the kits. I need to start doing that. But I just put that in to mark that I was up at 3:30. So essentially the first like chunk of the day was like how I didn't sleep at all. Anyway, so I did go to work that day. I'm using from Once More with Love a little Netflix binge sticker, which I don't think she has these anymore, but I love them, to mark that I watched Bender Snatch, which was like the Black Mirror movie. I really thought I would love it, but to be honest, I think I'm in like the 3% of people that actually hated it. I was just really angry about it. I just wish I could have made my own choices, but they essentially made all the choices for you, and I was annoyed. So I didn't really like it, TBH, but it's fine. And then after work, we went on a little Target run. So from Coffee Monsters Co., I believe this was like her first round of Target run emojis or Target emojis. I'm just using an emoji to mark that we went to Target. And then we got salada for dinner, which I haven't had in a while. And I don't know if I'm going to have now because this time it wasn't that great. But from the healthy eating sheet, I'm just using the little emoji holding a carrot because I thought it was cute. But like, I don't know, it didn't sit well with me. I don't know what happened. There might have been something in it that I didn't like, but it wasn't that great. It was good though. It was good, but it wasn't that great. I don't know how to explain it. Anyway, Sunday, I woke up super early, so I'm using an emoji hitting the alarm clock because I just could not sleep. I can't sleep anymore as it is, regardless if Avery's sick or not. I just can't get comfortable. I did laundry all day, so I'm using a little icon from the kit to mark doing laundry. I was going to use a script, but I already used that on Monday, which made me kind of sad because I hate writing in things if I don't have to, but it's there. And then basically Sunday, I took a lot of naps. I just kind of was in and out of a nap all day with Avery on the couch, just chilling. So I put down a piece of washi, and I have this really cute sticker from Oh Hello Michelle that I've never used before. I mean, they're purple, but I don't care. I wanted to use them, and they're like little nap queen stickers. And I thought they would be perfect because I don't know how often I'm going to nap after this, but I needed it. I really needed a nap. I did end up filming this day, so I'm putting down from Fox and Cactus one of the little DSLR cameras. You guys know I love these. And then basically just the rest of the night, I just relaxed. I didn't really do anything too crazy. So I'm putting in a half box and a little Fox and Cactus fox, actually, like asleep with a plate of cookies next to them. I think I may have finished the cookies this day. that makes the most sense. But that is basically it for my crazy Christmas week in my last week of 2018, which makes me so happy. I'm so happy. I've already been filming into 2019. I have a couple of January spreads already done, and I hope to have everything uploaded rather quickly, but you know, I'm getting there, guys. I'm getting there. So here I am just doing the deco, as well as the deco from SPC, the little like mini deco sheet. I'm using some of the little silver foiled stars, which I thought were really cute and kind of tied into the star glitter header overlays. I just think they look really, really pretty, and I've been really enjoying putting little mini deco up at the top. But like I said, I'm going to try and upload. I have like my planner flip through for 2018. I have a haul that's going to go up, and then I'll just continue to try to get all of my plan with me's up as efficiently as I can. I know it sucks to be so far behind, but trust me, it sucks on my end as well. But I'm getting there. I'm getting caught up. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Goodbye.